keeping in the vein of combat sports, I have to know. This is probably the most hyped thing in combat sports at point period end of conversation right now.
Okay.
Right.
The Paul brothers.
Okay. Mainly one of the Paul brothers.
Who?
Mainly one. Jake.
Which one?
Jake. The smaller one.
Is he the one with all the tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh,
He is the one with all the tattoos.
I never can remember who's who.
Logan's the one that you like.
I like Logan.
He's the more thoughtful.
Is he the businessman doing
mature
business?
I mean, they're both businessmen doing business because they're rich.
Right. Okay.
But-
so my question then
Logan's the bigger one. Logan's the one that fought Floyd. Jake is
not, and Jake is the one who took Floyd's hat.
Yep. Got your
Maybe
hat.
listen. Maybe one of the all-time great moments
God, it's so funny.
in sports history.
It's so stupid, but it's so funny.
Got your hat. If he doesn't have that trademarked, he should, and he should put it on a hat. So
Speaking of the Pauls, Tyrone got the tattoo
I saw that
on his finger.
I saw that.
And then Jake came out with a video
Okay,
where
so
he spit a note out of his mouth that said, "I love you too."
so my
And then he finished that up with, I don't know if I should say this on the podcast, but he finished that up with, "Can I clap them cheeks now, Poppy?"
I know when they did their face to face, Jake Paul kept talking about how he wanted to do butt to butt.
He wanted to grip them cheeks. That's what he said.
Little butt to butt.
It was so funny. So all of this is perfect for my question.
Okay.
Okay.
My question is, are these guys good for combat sports?
I mean, they're bringing more people to boxing that weren't going to watch boxing anyway. So, yeah.
Okay.
And Jake's an advocate for fighter pay.
Well, does he own that company? Is it Triller or something like that?
No, he doesn't.
He just works with them.
Well, he doesn't anymore. It's with HBO now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him and Tyron fought on HBO.
Okay, so
that
then
Triller production was garbage.
okay, so then my final question in combat sports is, so Jake Paul has fought. Who did he fight before he fought the basketball player Nate Robinson?
Nate Robinson, he fought a Neeson Gibb, another YouTuber.
Okay, yes. So he goes there,
And then he fights
Nate Robinson.
and then he fights what's his face?
I know, and I just had it in front
Ben
of me too.
Askren.
Ben Askren, and then Tyron Woodley.
Yep.
He
Ben
wins all
Askren
of them.
got slapped.
Yeah, Ben Askren got. I mean,
Oh, did he?
yeah,
he
it was.
did.
Good for you guys for knowing all.
It was.
He went down with
It was
one
not
punch.
good. Yeah, it was bad.
And he flopped.
It was
like a
almost.
fish.
It was almost. I mean, it was probably as bad as Nate Robinson.
No, not as bad. He got back up. Nate did not get back up.
Well, okay. So then he beats Woodley in decision, right?
Well, Nate went down twice. And then the third time, his face just skid across the canvas, and he just didn't move.
Yeah, you're not coming.
Did he
No.
beat Woodley in a decision?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna fight again.
And
Probably.
they're supposed to. He said if he gets the tattoo, they'll fight again.
Okay.
He got the tattoo.
So now it's time to
So-
put up or shut up.
I guess they're going to fight again. I think it's a dumb decision to fight him again because it's like, whatever.
What do you have to gain from it?
Yeah, you're not going to get anything from that.
So my question to you is, now that he has gone from who cares that he fought a YouTuber?
Yeah.
Who cares that he fought a former basketball
Well,
player?
the thing is that
Right.
the narrative changes every time. You're fighting YouTubers, fight an athlete.
I know.
So he fights an athlete. And they're like, you're only fighting athletes, so fight a box or fight someone that fights, so he fights a fighter. And they're like, well, he
Not
was
a
a wrestler,
boxer, yeah.
fight somebody that actually punches, so he fights a puncher, and he wins every time.
Okay, so
Yeah, he's not going to go up to like Canelo and be like, hey, let's fight.
yeah.
No.
So okay, so then that leads me right into my last question on this is Jake Paul, like, is he a legit contender? Is he
I mean,
for
he
real?
started late,
Really late.
way late, like 10, 15 years
But it's
late.
no argument. There's no
But-
way to argue that he has chops. Because he does.
I think he is fighting better competition at the place he is in his career than anyone else in boxing did when they were at that same level.
Like Tommy Fury, right?
Tommy Fury, literally,
He wants Jake Paul, doesn't he?
yes. I think he should reconsider because he looked terrible on his last fight on the undercard. And apparently, according to Jake, which you can't really take at face value,
Okay.
he said that he offered Tommy the biggest pay of his career,
I
and
heard
he
that.
denied it. Which was after Tommy talked all of that crap. All of it. And now he's saying he's denied it. And we haven't heard anything from Tommy Fury. So I'm going to just go on the account that that's true
Okay.
until he says anything otherwise. He looked terrible on the undercard. And Tommy was like, I don't know his current record. He's like 7-0 or 9-0 or something like that. When he was 7-0, he fought a dude that had 10 wins and 123 losses. Like
Oh
he's
my.
fighting Coke cans is what he's doing. He's fighting tomato cans and then counting that on his record. And that's what every boxer does. For their first 10, 15 fights, they fight people that you've never heard of that get paid to lose, to bump up their record so then they can be somewhere, because the situation boxing is if you lose once, you're garbage. Like main event on UFC is 21-7 and like 10-5.
Yeah.
Like it's normal to lose because that's what happens. You don't
Right.
win every
Right.
time. In boxing, if you lose once, it's like terrible. That's why Floyd's 50-0 and it's the best thing ever because he never lost.
Okay.
The moment you lose all credibility in boxing, basically, which is retarded. It's
Right.
so dumb. It shouldn't be like that.
Well.
But here we are.
Yeah. So, well, that was.
Logan's not as good though.
Well, I think that's pretty widely known.
I think Logan has the ability to be good. I think he's probably in theory more athletic than Jake, but he doesn't have what you need to have to fight. He's too nice. I don't think he wants to knock people out.
Yeah.
Jake, on the other hand, wants
Does.
to knock them out and then burn them in a pit. Like,
Okay. Okay. So that was actually wildly informative. I wouldn't have known,
you're welcome.
No.
made heads or tails of any of that.
Uh-uh.